Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Weather Forecast Center. Here to continue the series of um, the SPC All Hazards from the Prototype Interactive um, Local Weather Report page. Um, we are going to go over February's of 2010. Um, so we'll start off on the first. So there's So every day there is report of some sort of report that was sent into the SPC. So on the first, there were 154 winter reports. On the second, there were 302 winter reports. Now for the winter reports, as it'll, uh, reiterate what I've said in the January 2010 video. Most of the winter reports are mostly snow accumulation tallies. Um, so on February 3rd, there were 178 winter weather reports. On the 4th, 392 winter weather reports. On the 5th, there were 6 severe weather reports and 605 winter weather reports. On February 6th, there were 312 winter weather reports. On February 7th, there were 483 winter weather reports. On February 8th, this is all in 2010, there was one severe weather report and 1,102 winter weather reports. On the 9th, there were 1,191 winter weather reports. Those 2 days, there was a big system coming through that produced a lot of snow and very little in the way of severe weather. Um, on February 10th, 2010, um, 3 severe weather reports and 274 winter weather reports. On February 11th, there were 449 winter weather reports. On February 12th, 2010, there were 13 severe weather reports and 714 winter weather reports. That was another storm system that was coming through that had the severe weather in the warm side of the front, and then the winter precipitation on the back side of it. On February 13th, there were 227 winter weather reports. On February 14th, 2010, 557 winter weather reports. On February 15th, 605 winter weather reports. On the 16th, there were 147 winter weather reports. On February 17th, 2010, there were 37 winter weather reports. Again, this is all in 2010. Um, February 18th, 108 winter weather reports. On February 19th, there were 225 winter weather reports. On February 20th, there were 364 winter weather reports. On February 21st, there were 17 severe weather reports and 524 winter weather reports. On February 22nd, there were 4 severe weather reports and 521 winter weather reports. Again, most of the winter weather reports are from snow accumulation reports. February 23rd, 309 winter weather reports. February 24th, there was 11 severe weather reports and 262 winter weather reports. On February 25th, there were 122 winter weather reports. On February 26th, there were 83 winter weather reports. On February 27th, there was one severe weather report and 50 winter weather reports. And on February 28th, there were 69 winter weather reports. So for the month, there were a total of 56 total severe weather reports and 10,366 winter weather reports. Again, about 99% of those 10,366 reports were snow accumulation reports reported to the SPC. Now, there were three events in February that has caused fatalities or injuries. First one's on February 5th. This was due to wind damage. There were 13 injuries 4 miles south-southeast of Temple Terrace, Florida. A 50 by 50-foot tent collapsed at the Florida State Fair on that day with wind speeds up to 60 miles an hour. Now, odds are they were under a severe thunderstorm warning for that. So why did nobody take cover from that? I have no idea. But that's 13 injuries that should not have happened. Okay? Um, if you are in a severe thunderstorm warning and wind and hail are primary threats, which I will get to the last one in a minute, you should be taking shelter in a building, not taking shelter under a tent or under a tree or none of that. Okay? Um, those 13 injuries could have been avoided. Granted, it was a Florida State Fair. There could have been thousands of people there, and everybody's running all over the place trying to find shelter. But you should have seen the storms coming if the skies were getting dark. So there was no reason for that many people to be injured because a tent fell or collapsed, I should say, at a state fair. That should never have occurred. Um, this one here on February 20th, um, freezing rain fell in this area, which caused one fatality, 1 mile west of Marion, Kansas, and was and that death was happened when that person uh, collided with another vehicle. I don't know. When I read the report, they didn't say speed was involved or anything else like that. But driving in freezing rain is very hazardous. So why that person was out in a freezing rainstorm to begin with, I don't know. But again, that is a fatality that should have not happened. Obviously, during a freezing rain, if there's a freezing rain event anywhere, uh, stay put until the road crews deal with the matter. Um, that's all I gotta say about that. I mean, freezing rain is very hazardous to driving. Even a slight glaze can fish, you know, cause your car to skid very easily. So, freezing rain events, don't know why people are out in it, but unfortunately, on this day back in 2010, it caused one person to lose their life, and that shouldn't have happened. Now, this one makes me mad. February 24th, hail, two injuries in Palm City, Florida. Two golfers sustained head injuries where hailstones were up to 1.5 inches in diameter. Number one, why are you on a golf course when there's hail falling in the first place? Number two, they were probably under severe thunderstorm warning that day for that. So you should have been going into a sturdy building at that time, and why are you still out in the golf course? Okay? I mean, when I saw this, it drove me bonkers. Okay? But I'm going to just keep it straight here. If you are under a severe thunderstorm warning, obviously it's one of two things. There's either hail 1 inch in diameter or larger, or winds in excess of 58 miles an hour. More, more than likely, they will warn for 60. So, in the two instances, the February 5th incident and the February 24th incident, none of that, that's 15 injuries that should not have happened. Okay? So, those are the February of 2010 SPC reports. I hope that you have a wonderful evening, and I will catch you for the March 2010 SPC report.